Welcome to today's Video Guys Newsday Tuesday. Today we have a special guest with us, Jon Landman, VP of Sales for Teradek. Teradek, they're not the inventors of video encoding, but they've definitely taken portable video encoding further than anyone else has. Not just in the quality of what you deliver, but the breadth of products from prosumer stuff all the way up to stuff that's being used by Hollywood and broadcast and everywhere. And today my special guest here is Jon Landman. Welcome aboard, Jon.
Thank you for inviting me, Gary. Happy to be here.
All right, today's show is all about Teradek encoders, and streaming devices. We're going to jump right into the meat of the show because I think it's very important, and that is Jon's got a new product he's going to show us about, and that new product is called the Video Go. So before we get to the Video Go, we're going to talk about an existing product, the Video Pro. The Video Pro is a product that we've been selling for years, and a couple of years ago, Jon turned us on to the fact that you could actually bond two cell phones to use with a Video Pro as a way to increase and get almost, I'm not going to call it what the broadcast bonding is, but it was the first prosumer bonding solution on the market. We did some articles, we did some videos, we did some blog posts, and we really got a lot of mileage of that. And there's a lot of people using these Video Pros right now. Some of them are using with cell phones, and some guys are using them with Wi-Fi hotspots as well, and cellular hotspots to some really good results. So when you're looking to do bonded technology on a really tight budget, nothing comes close to the Video Pro for doing that. But today I want to talk about the new product that Jon's got that's coming, and that's the Video Go. Jon, I want to comment about the Video Go. We're really excited about this product. We've seen cellular bonding become a very important feature set for our prosumer streamer person. You want that reliability of knowing that no matter where you walk into a room, as long as cell phones work, you'll be able to stream. And we have found this to be a lifesaver bonding, and the big tech note that I always give is for best results, you want to be on multiple carriers to spread the signal across. One of the things I love about your bonding approach versus others is I don't have to go hunting down cellular modems. You guys actually make cellular modems that they can buy as part of the kit, so I don't want to steal all your thunder. Why don't you show us the product a little bit and tell us about it, but give Eddie a chance to get you on the screen a little bit bigger so when you put the product up there we can see it. So it's going to go over the shot and then you can start talking. Perfect.
All right, guys. Well, here we have, here I have the latest and greatest Video Go, right? It's beautifully designed. We have, as Gary was mentioning, our own cell modems. Each one of these is a cell modem that can be unconnected. You put your SIMs inside here. Let's get that in the shot there. Yep. There you go. You have the slot for the SIM, and you plug it in. And I have on this unit both the larger antennas and the smaller antennas. It's versatile, which means these antennas are going to give you absolutely huge benefits over and above any kind of cell connection that you need. What is becoming more and more popular, or more and more of a problem, is that you walk into a location where you think that you're going to have connectivity, and everybody pulls out their phones. Or as something that happened to me when I went to a facility the other week to stream, they wouldn't let me connect my my encoder up to their Ethernet connection, of course, because of their security issues, firewall, right? Yeah, they're secure. So really, you now have to be self-sufficient, turn up with your own connectivity, and be able to go live. Now, we have the ability to bond two SIMs together. We also have the ability to bond Wi-Fi. So I have a Wi-Fi connection here.
Right.
I have dual Wi-Fi. I also have Ethernet here.
There it is. Yep.
So I can plug in Ethernet. So I have the ability to bond together Ethernet with Wi-Fi with dual cellular, and having the ability to now take in professional HDSDI sources means that really this is a very professional device.
Absolutely.
One other thing that we've added into this in order to make it future-proof, this is an HEVC encoder. So this is H.265. This is the latest and greatest technology. This means that you'll be able to encode at about half the bit rate to get the same quality, so that when you're in a challenging bit rate area, you'll still be able to get a really high quality feed up to our platform called Core, where we will be then transcoding it back to H.264 in order to send it to YouTube and Facebook and live stream and Twitter and all of those different destinations that's become so popular with people to do.
Cool. And let's talk about the core service a little bit now. The core service is your cloud-based service, and that's where the bond gets bonded together to create that pipe. Without the core, you can only go up with a single source. But with the core, you can bond together up to the 4 cells, plus the Wi-Fi, plus the Ethernet if you have wired network. But let's really talk about the cellular bonding, because that's where it's at. And I want to regroup on something that Jon talked about. When I hear HEVC and people talk about it, some people like to talk about it as you get double the quality over half the bandwidth. I like to look at it and say, for half the bandwidth, you get the same great quality, because everyone's on a plan where they're charging dollars for bandwidth. So by going with HEVC, now all of a sudden your Verizon, your Sprint, your AT&T bills can be a lot lower. So if you're going to just have a 10 gig plan, you just got the equivalent of 20 gig plan with a guy who's got H.264. And to me, where we are today in that space, I think that's an even more important way to describe that solution. And I know you agree with me because I learned that whole speech from you. So
I've taught you well, Gary. I've taught you well.
That's right. We have full screen right now, the 3 different levels of the core program. So if you could just review the starter, the advanced, and the premium package, and who it's targeted for each package.
Yeah, so the different, I would assume that the people that are going for the Video Go would be looking at the starter or the advanced pack.
Yes.
The difference between both is that when you use the advanced, we create a static IP address that we're sending a feed up to. That does not change. Whereas with the starter pack, that may change, so that you have to be aware that when you turn on that encoder, you're going to have to select the different IP address that we need to send to. Right? So it kind of depends on your usage case.
Cool.
I can walk people through that in more detail if they wish.
You know what? I think it's worth doing, because I think the core is, people see, we've had this problem with some of our other products as well. When there's that monthly subscription, people start thinking, oh no, I don't want to pay per month. Now Adobe's kind of taught people that paying per month is actually a benefit, but people get a little twisted and caught out of sorts with it. So let's say I get the Video Go. Run me through a whole cost package of what a Video Go is going to cost me. It's $14.90 for the base Go.
Right, and then you have the price for each of the modems.
Right.
And we're going to supply each of those modems with SIMs. So this means that someone will out the box be able to do cellular bonding. The data for the SIMs, you'll register you'll register those SIMs on either an AT&T, Sprint, or T-Mobile platform, and they will charge you $10 a gig. $10 a gig. If you convert that into hours of video, I would say that's about 1 hour at 720p.
Okay.
Right, at 2 megabits per second.
Okay.
Right, H.264. So that could be with HEVC. That could be half a gig for the same quality, meaning it would only cost you $5 to stream that.
Right, and that's for an hour.
That's for an hour. So looking at the different plans with Core, I would say if you're somebody that is doing regular weekly streams, I would go for the advanced plan. If you are an occasional streamer, I would say go for the beginner plan.
So a fully loaded Video Go setup, you're looking at $14.90, then figure each, say you go with 2 modems initially because you think that's enough for you.
Right.
Those are $300 each. You're going to pay for the starter package, it's $49 a month, and you're probably going to pay somewhere between $10 to $20 a month for each carrier.
Exactly. So
okay.
Out the door, you're looking at under $3,300 to get going.
And what I think is real important that we have to stress again, and you know this more than anyone because you guys have been in streaming for so long, is you're not just buying the ability to stream. You're buying an insurance policy that guarantees wherever you are, you'll still be able to stream. And if you're watching my show, you know that crap happens and things don't always go as planned. And a lot of times if you're in a school, a church, a corporate whatever, they're not going to let you onto their network, even though the guy you were working with said, oh, it's no problem, we have Wi-Fi, we have all this. You show up the day of the shoot and you're skunked. By having a Video Go that is no longer an issue, you are in control of your stream, and you're not dependent on whoever your client is. And unfortunately, the clients, they just get that wrong too often.
Gary, you're absolutely correct. I mean, you have to be able to walk into a facility and have the best tools that you can in order to guarantee a stream out. Again, you don't get a second chance. So, you know, quite typically, connectivity is one of the biggest problems that we come across, right?
I agree.
You know, we need to give the consumers and the people that use our gear the best chance they can to be able to get out a stream. Absolutely.
Now I want to switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about the next level of products. You guys have the Cube products. Now, the Cubes are encoders that can stream, but they do a lot more than just like a video type product. So first, I want you to really differentiate what's the difference between a Cube and a video.
Okay, well, a video does one protocol only, which is known as RTMP, which is used only to stream to websites. The Cube, on the other hand, does not only just RTMP, but also does transport stream in order to send from an encoder to a decoder over the public internet. It also can be used on set to send a signal to an iPad as a monitor. So it's used for on-set monitoring, it's used for point-to-point transmission, and it's also used to stream to CDNs or websites such as Facebook.
Right.
It's really an army Swiss knife.
Very cool. Now, also, I know a Cube can be used to bring a signal directly into a Tricaster. Explain how that works.
Yeah, for years now, we've been sending a transport stream protocol over the public internet directly into a Tricaster that can accept a transport stream feed. There's actually a plug-in to a Tricaster called the Stream Reader that allows us to send into that Tricaster. It's unlike NDI in the respect that it can go over the public internet.
Cool. So the Cubes are more advanced, multiple different protocols, plus a transport stream support. They start at $17.90, and Cubes are available in two flavors as well, correct? You can get a H.264 Cube, and now you have the HEVC Cubes available as well.
That is correct. We also make Cube decoders, you know, both in HEVC and H.264.
Okay, so the 700 series, that's when you're getting the H.265 or the HEVC, the 600 series with the 264. Besides that difference and the fact that you have higher bit rates, are there any other differences between a 700 and a 600?
Well, I mean, those differences are huge.
They are.
You know, they are absolutely huge. I mean, it's a brand new, it's a newer chipset, it's a newer Wi-Fi radio inside. It's altogether kind of like the difference between an iPhone 7 and an iPhone X. It's a huge jump in technology. It's the boot up time is about 20 seconds. As you mentioned, it's a much higher bit rate. It does a lot of different protocols. We've implemented SRT as well, which is fully encrypted with error correction into that protocol. So for security streaming, that's very important. All of these things that.
Let's talk about how you can take your Cube to the next level by adding a bond to it, which now makes it a bonded cellular device.
That is correct.
It looks like John's signal is broken down. He's back. He's back. All right.
Yeah, so the Teradek bond is at the heart of it, a Teradek Cube. We created a bonding device that then sends over a USB feed into the modems that we created called nodes. If you can show a picture of one of these nodes have these very, very large antennas on. I affectionately use the term that my Alabaman TV station gave me. He says, "Man, that's a big ass antenna," and it absolutely is. What does that mean? That means it's got much, much better signal to noise ratio, and that equates to more connectivity. right? So we've deployed 4 of these antennas and nodes into the backpack. And if you look at the way that they've been deployed into the backpack, we've spread those modems out. Something that's quite interesting about cellular modems is when you cram them very close together, they actually become detrimental to each other and start canceling out their signal. So having them in a backpack spread out means that each one is able to be optimally performing.
All right, we're going to put the backpack up so everyone can see it. So as
Yeah,
you can
see those nodes there?
Right. This isn't just how it's packed. This is the functionality too. It comes pre-set up to work as a backpack. It's not just for storage. You put a little thought into where everything lives inside this space to give optimal results.
Absolutely. And everything is powered by a battery. That battery can be mounted either in AB mount or V mount. A battery like that will run the system for about 4 or 5 hours.
Nice.
We have an internal 2-minute battery in the encoder, so that we have we won't go down, when we're changing the battery, which is very important.
Cool.
And we can also connect to a Wi-Fi network and an Ethernet connection in that backpack scenario.
Awesome. Want to switch gears a little bit. We talked about the encoders. One of the other things that Teradek does as good or better than anyone in the world is wireless video transmission. Now, people use these obviously for encoding purposes and for live production purposes, but they're also used on set a lot in order to make things a lot more efficient and productive during the day. So talk about some of these wireless systems a little bit.
Right. So as the video was spun off of the Cube, we spun off a different device called the Serve Pro that sends a wireless feed on set to an iPad. We created an app on the iPad called the Viewer. Sorry, not the video. Viewer is a fantastic app that allows us to see up to 4 feeds from 4 cameras at the same time. Now, it works very nicely with our bolt range. Our bolt range, you showed a slide there, comes in now 4 different ranges. All of these are uncompressed, zero delay transmitters that now come in a 500-foot, 1,000-foot, 3,000-foot, and 10,000-foot range. As you may or may not know, we own a company called Small HD, which makes those monitors.
Love them.
Which allows us to work very closely with them and integrate the bolt into the monitor.
So my favorite is the Focus Bolt. That's their MonFocus little screen that is now integrated with the Bolt technology, so that on set, what this does for a DP or an assistant production assistant, a cinematographer, it's pretty amazing, John. I mean, you've really created a productivity tool that we see. The people who love it, they end up buying more than one. They get addicted to it.
Yeah, and as you see, the price is a fantastic price, right?
Yep.
We have bolts from now $1,200 up to $9,000, all of which are uncompressed and zero delay. So I think that we are moving both in a price and in a performance benefit here.
Yep, and we thank you on that. The bolts get a little technical when you're getting into it. We don't want to tie up a lot of time with that, but the basic thing is there's different families, and then each family is available with multiple, I'm going to call it length, the region that you can get to as far as distance goes. And that's how we break them up. But the families are the XT, the LT, the 10K self-explanatory. That's with the Mondo antenna. There's the 703 with the 7-inch small HD, and there's the Focus Bolts with the 5-inch MonFocus built in. That pretty much sums it up. Correct, John?
That's correct, and I can see that you have one on your desk there.
That's right, we do. We love these products. We've got the Bolt 1000 and the Bolt 1000 receiver, I believe, the pair. And
that's correct.
And what's cool about that is that this means from 1,000 feet away, I can have the transmitter mounted on a camera, and I can have the receiver mounted in a control room, in another device. If I'm doing a football game, 1,000 feet, 300 yards, a football stadium's 100 yards. You can get total coverage on an outdoor event for remote broadcasts. People use these at every level of video production. We have people using it at worship. We have people using it in high schools. We have outdoor programs, colleges, universities, corporate, sporting events, especially live events. If you're covering something, you got to get the video back into a truck. This is a great way to do it. It's a real phenomenal solution. The bolts are, I'm not going to say they're bulletproof because I don't like to use that term with streaming ever, but these things are super solid and reliable at a level that a lot of other products that pretend to do what you can do in the marketplace just don't. There's a lot of, I'm going to call them knockoffs out there that are, you know, built in the wherever and come in and they're a lot lower price, but you kind of get what you pay for with those. Isn't that true, John?
Absolutely. These are the latest generation of chipsets. We've also got a whole engineering team that works on the software that goes inside these. You know, they have features such as spectrum analyzer, frequency conversion, format conversion, lots of different things that our competitors don't have. And I think that that's really allowed us to become the leaders in this market.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. You guys are definitely the leaders in this area, and you continue to push the window. You know, you guys talked about HEVC when a lot of other people were saying it's not a standard yet. And you guys were pushing it, and you've got devices that are available today with it shipping right now. Just about every bolt and every cube comes in either an HEVC or an HI264 flavor, correct?
Well, the bolt is
the bolt is a wireless transmitter. I made a mistake.
Right,
You're
right. Yeah. No worries. But yeah, all of the cube family comes in both HEVC and H264.
Cool.
Absolutely.
John, some people got to the show late and they wanted to see the Video Go again. So I want to double back at the end of the show. We had a good discussion at the beginning of the show on the Video Go, but John, I'm gonna hit you up for the tough question that I know everyone viewing, all 5 people right now, want to know, and that is when is this puppy going to ship?
It's shipping before Christmas.
Awesome, awesome. And when you,
if not before,
there you go. And that's fantastic. Can you show us the front? Can you show us how you snap off the cell service, the thing on the side again, the ears?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the way that you just plug it out.
Put your SIM cards in there, right?
Put your SIM cards in. So this is how the unit ships, right?
Yep.
Just very simply.
Yep.
Very, very nicely designed, very light, very solid. I'd love people to come and visit me at NAB East and see how this thing performs for them. It's a very beautiful device. Powers with USB-C. You see there? You got a USB-C power.
Yep. And it comes with you buy your modems in pairs, and unlike other solutions out there, you guys have modems available, and you can get your modem with your choice of a regular or the super large antenna. And
absolutely,
the modems go for about $300 each. Isn't that correct?
That is correct. And customers can provide their own SIMs. We'll accept any SIM, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, or we can supply them with SIMs. Either way.
Awesome. And for best results, if you've got 2 cellular modems, you want to use 2 different carriers.
I always say use 2 of the best carriers in your area.
Exactly. And that can change based on your area.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got great Verizon and AT&T in New York and great Sprint and T-Mobile in Denver. So it just kind of depends on where you're at.
All right, John. Well, I want to thank you very much for joining us today. John from Teradek, VP of Sales at Teradek. He'll be in New York next week at the NAB New York show. They got a big booth. You're part of the Vitech Group booth, correct? So you'll be next
we
to
have our own booth.
Oh, your own booth, even nicer. But I'm sure you'll be close to the small HD guys.
Yes.
And just a reminder, here at Video Guys, you can call us at 800-323-2325. We've got live people who can help you with the products we sell. We understand these products. We use these products. If you stump us, hell, we'll call John and find out what the right answer is to the problem. We're here to help you get the best results you can for your streaming solution. John, thanks a lot. I'm going to go talk about the next show now, so I think we're going to mute you out. And thanks for coming, buddy.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You're welcome. All right. What do we got on tap on the next few shows? The next show, October 16th, we're coinciding with TwitchCon. Twitch is the live streaming platform for gamers. I know it's more than that, but that's how we think about it. And EpiFans got their $299 X2, Webcaster X2, which the Twitch community is loving. You mount it right with the camera. You can go straight to Twitch. Super easy to use, super fun to use. October 23rd, we're going to do the review of the NAB show, tell you about all the stuff that went on at the NAB New York show. And then October 30th, we're really excited. One of our customers has put a complete production studio in a truck. A mobile production studio where he can produce shows, and that's what he's doing that's his job. That's what he does. He takes his truck around to areas for corporate events or corporate videos or church or educational, and he works with you to produce and shoot your whole video. So we're excited to have QuickCast on us. QuickCast Productions, that's on the 30th. So everyone, thank you for turning in. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning. Welcome to live streaming. It goes great 9 out of 10 times. This was the 10th time when it didn't. I appreciate everyone for their patience with us. It's still hanging through. Once again, if you missed the beginning of the show, we talked about the Video Go. The show should be up on YouTube, edited down with some of the mistakes taken out. You know, we cleaned it up a little bit, and that should be on YouTube later today. And you can watch the show. We'll be posting it on our blog, and of course, we'll be posting it on our social media as well. So just want to remind you folks that we have live people at Videoguys who you can call to ask questions about all the products we sell. The Video Pros are still in stock. We still got that product. The Video Go is coming by Christmas, we were told. The bolts and the cubes are in stock today. We can ship them today. They can be integrated into your workflow with a mixer like a Tricaster or a Wirecast gear or whatever you're using. But we have experts on hand. Give us a call, 800-323-2325. Ask for me, ask for Eddie, ask for Christina, ask for Jim. We'd be happy to tell you about these products and help you get them working. This is Gary from Videoguys. Peace.
Videoguys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.